stump mic'd up, but I didn't hear it. Marco Jansen was moving in from mid-off. Free hit, heaved away, short of the fielder, just one.
Seen some certainly good times to have a word with the opposition and take Sledge as a bowler. This isn't traditionally the best. 220 for one, the 14th over.
He's sound, Markham's sound, he's not. He needs to keep his mouth shut.
Well, apart from the no ball, this has been very good from the packer.
Sort of shows you can bowl on it. Can bowl on the surface. Use the bouncer, use slow balls into the surface, bowl with a good angle across.
Very good from the packer. Only 5 from that over, 221 for one.
They'd have offered England 221 at the start of the day. They'd have taken it. They're not 14 overs, current rate going to 360. I mean, that would be just quite remarkable.
Fortain will bowl his last over. Do that from the Brian Statham end.
Number 77,
Markham has just come to him and taken a bit of time trying to get this field right. The upshot is there's only one fielder inside the circle, leg side. Sweep, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, and deep cover. It's gone down the ground. Donovan Ferreira, Marco Jansen takes the catch. So Bethel's innings comes to an end. Bright and breezy, 26, doing the right thing, trying to keep the foot down.
Certainly the right option. Left-hander try and take on the left-arm spinner. Trying to go dead straight, but a decent bit of bowling, a little bit wider. Hard for Bethel to control, and a pretty simple catch from Marco Jansen. Do say best way to slow the scoring in this format is to take wickets. Bethel goes for 26. Does bring Harry Brook to the surface.
Next to bat, it's England captain, number 88, Harry Brook.
Well, Yorkshire and England's Harry Brook gets a lovely reception from the good supporters of Manchester and Lancashire. So Bethel and Salt crossed, of course, but the Regos now mean it's got to be the new batsman that takes strike, which I think has been an excellent addition to cricket. Lots of communication between bowler and captain. So Brook has still got quite a fair bit of time to bat. 5 overs and 5 balls remaining in the innings. What a time to come to the crease. 221 for 2. Is the call straight away. Salt touches and goes, and Brook comfortably canters back at the far end. Good from Salt. Absolutely took his captain's word, pinned his ears back and turned quickly.
Hey.
asked him, chatting to Sam Curran before the game, he mentioned that he felt like the boundaries look as if they've been brought in. It's an interesting mentality. Even if they haven't, the fact that the batters are thinking that and feeling that. I mean, the sixes have rained into the crowd, haven't they? But that feeling that the boundaries are in a little bit gives you a bit more confidence.
That's beautifully played. Quite clever bowling from Fortune, who just held it back, tried to go a bit wider. Salt delayed, and then moved into position to cut that through backward point for 4.
Wonderful batting. Almost got done a little bit with the pace and the line, but knew there's a huge gap behind square. Just pick his gap.
Trying to tuck him up and just overdoes it. It's funny when those boundaries, as you mentioned, are, or you feel like it's a bit smaller, and they've hit it well over them into the crowd. You don't feel like you've got to overhit it. I always remember talking to Joss Butler about hitting sixes, and he says he hits the bigger sixes when he's only hitting it like 85%, not absolutely all guns out. Oh, pretty good from Fortune. Got to get out of this over. One more ball. Fair bit for the umpires to sort out there. Is it wide? Is it stumped? Is it a dot ball? They're asking if it's going to be given as wide to Mike Burns.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for caught behind, given not out on field. Check the feet, it's a fair delivery. Front on first, please. Here's front on. Okay, ball passes close to the pad and the bat. I'll have to go to ultra edge to confirm. Here's ultra edge, flat line. Keep rolling through. Keep going through. It's a clear gap between bat and ball. It's flat line. No bat involved. Go back on field to Mike.
Yeah, no bats involved, no chance of a stumping. South Africa have used their review. 5 overs to go. How close to 300 can England get? Have slowed down a bit because of the 2 wickets. It was inevitable, it had to happen at some stage, but it's still remarkable. 230 for 2 with 5 overs to go. Markram had to fiddle his bowlers. Jansen back on at the Sir James Anderson end. Off the pad. No, off the bat, given as runs.
Yeah, the reaction of Marco Jansen suggests that he maybe thought he had got through and would have clattered into the stumps. Salt moves across, trying to open up the leg side. There's 2 people behind, square on the leg side, but they're both up in the circles. He just wanted to help it over there. It was the fuller delivery, still get something on it. And the boundaries keep coming. Yes, have you seen Winvers?
You've still got a chance. 1% South Africa.
1% for South Africa. Haven't even got to the crease, but 1%.
How do you think the left armers are gone against Salt? You think they should hide it even more? You were telling me outside off stump. They've mixed their line.
Yeah, have a look at these though. I mean, I think they should have been wide Yorkers. I think they should have gone for that wide line. His length deliveries that he's just peppered away. Anything that's been offered up, whether it's down the leg side or on the offside. But I think the wide Yorker with him cutting across it could have been a better option.
Brooks just struggled. It's harder to bat in that middle order. Feel like you're a bit after the Lord Mayor's show and every ball must disappear. South Africa now learning with their slower balls and wide Yorkers.
You have to almost have a talk with yourself before you get out there, because you've watched everyone else just get to the crease or the initial two and just smash it to all parts. You have to just discipline yourself to be watching the ball as clearly as possible, keeping your head nice and still.
There's an attempted wide Yorker, pass point and to the boundary. First one for Brook.
Yeah, South Africa have 3 men back, squarish on the offside. 2, one at third man, one at square third man, and then one at a deep extra cover. Jansen goes on the angle, tries to get it to go down fine on the offside, but Harry Brook says, I know where the gap is, I'll open the face, and he places it well.
There is that fall-over scoop he's added to his repertoire this summer.
He's actually done well to get contact onto it, and the contact was good enough. I don't know if it came off the bat or whether it was maybe off the glove, but he kind of just threw it, took one hand off and just threw the bat at it. Yes, it did come off the bat. It's a great result, nicely played in the end. He got himself into a bit of a pickle, but then got out of it by taking that right hand off the bat.
England saw a lot of that in the Test series from Rishabh Pant, and in fact it was the shot that got him injured on this ground, the Yorker from Chris Wokes. 2 boundaries in 2 deliveries for Brook. Nails his Yorker. Brook will keep the strike. Incredible scoreline, 244 for 2 in 16 overs.
The few occasions, the very few occasions that they haven't middled it, it just hasn't carried. South Africa, just the 2 wickets to talk of. Projected scores 310. They're going to clear 300 comfortably, you would think. It has been a wonderful.
All the crowd are interested.
Yes.
They want that 300, magical 300. Score predictor 303. Only happened twice previously in a men's T20 international 300. A dot.
Those have been like hen's teeth today for South Africa, the dots. Unfortunately, it's one of those situations where it's so difficult to try and find a solution or bounce back. It's kind of, the stone is rolling, it's gathering the moss, and there's nothing you can do about it. It keeps just sliding away from you.
Another good over for England, another expensive over for Williams. 260 for 2, 3 to go. Not many low buildings there. The first over set the tone and England haven't looked back.
Buildings aren't that impressive because they've been continuous.
Turning to ball number 81, Mpaka.
Mpaka in from the James Anderson end. Been off strike a little bit, Phil Salt, so he's lost a bit of rhythm and momentum. He'll want to finish well here. He has the highest score by an individual for England. England chasing the highest score by a team as well. That'll be a couple.
Staying loyal to the cause for now. The Springboks play tomorrow. They lost to New Zealand in the first encounter down in the land of the long white cloud. They'll be hoping to bounce back.
Toe end of the bat. Mustn't get preoccupied with that shot. It is a useful one for him. He has so many options.
And that's become the challenging thing now. You know, from our days when we used to play those one internationals, the scoop wasn't on. You know, people didn't get down and fiddly. They always looked to hit you in front of square or maybe behind square on the offside. But with everyone being able to play the shot, almost everyone, they added that different dimension, and it's so difficult when they all get going to be able to control things.
The bowl that again.
Mpaka's actually been the pick for me. I think he's obviously very young still and learning his trade, but he's been the pick of the South African bowlers. Probably bowled with the most control, waited maybe also until coming to bowl until after the power play, so he did have the extra protection back. And he's shown good aptitude to try and learn and do a decent job.
Didn't sound great off the bat. Maybe just tiring a fraction here, Phil Salt. He hasn't had to run many.
This is the angle I was talking about. Because he cuts across it, sometimes there's no pace on, and maybe making him wanting to hit it over mid-off. He can sometimes cut across it too much. That's what he's done on this occasion. Back of the hand delivery. See how that bat face opens up and it squirts square rather than straight.
In the air, but safe. And Phil Salt breaks his own record. That now the highest individual score by an Englishman in international T20 cricket.
Highest score by England as well now.
Records breaking all over the place. Rich, our statistician, just cannot keep up with all the records. Individual score, team score. 400s he has, so all in international cricket at T20 level. Mpaka, as Sean Pollock said, has been good, but his figures 4 overs for 41, 268 for 2.
These are the winning ticket numbers. Third place is 4 tickets to a Lancashire match. Emirates Old Trafford, 18474. Second prize is a limited edition framed cricket montage, 17765. And first prize in bats signed by both teams. Listen to him, 19513. Congratulations, thanks for getting involved. You can collect your winning prizes from the pavilion reception.
Well, I said earlier, Phil Salt's such a talent, and at times he's not done himself justice. Recently, that is. 400s he's got in T20 cricket, all at the international level, all for England, goes past his highest score against the West Indies. And he's not finished yet, he's still got a couple of overs of batting.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? Because I mean, in this game you kind of throw caution to the wind quite often, so to have done it successfully 4 times in a shortish career.
That sounded better. He's just gone through a few deliveries where it didn't sound great off the bat. That was like the first half of his innings.
Yeah, there's a massive gap from long on to a man who's at deep extra cover. And on the angle with this kind of length from Marco Jansen, it's first delivery back, so maybe not hitting where he wanted to. But that was a wide open gap that Phil Salt thought, okay, that's the area I want to hit it. And he does it well, as he has the whole evening.
Mid-off now goes to long off, third man comes in. Scoop, leg side, man out there. No, and maybe yes. I think he could have done that. They'll check it. Salt looks at the umpire, but they will check that.
And Mpaka's done well in the end. Has he placed his heel on the boundary cushion or not? That will be the key. He threw the ball quite far back into the ground, so had to make his yards to get underneath it again. But I think he thinks it's out.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for a fair catch on the boundary. Check the feet, it's a fair delivery. And I go to your best angle, please. First contact's inside. Foot is on the boundary, still in hand. Yeah, blown up. Yeah, I've got contact on the boundary rope while the ball's still in hand. I've made my decision for the big screen.
Tells you all you need to know.
Salted to the wounds.
That South African fan, the lady we've been on, could not look. Salt to 132, England 20 shy of 300.
What you talk about salt into wounds and how it stings, I tell you what, Phil Salt has added a serious sting to these South Africans. 10 deliveries still to go, 300 very much on the cards.
need to worry about the new change in law about those sort of catches. That was just old-fashioned. If your heel is on the boundary rope or cushion, the ball is in your hand, shouldn't be a 6. Here's another example of Harry Brook just getting carried away with the fall-over flick to leg. You see why he's doing it, because there's a lot of fielders out on the offside, so he's trying to access behind square and square on the leg side where there's no one out. So Jansen's going to hide it outside off because those 3 men are on the boundary. Brook's going to try and shuffle across and manoeuvre it. I think that's a better option, to go with the shape of the delivery. Fielder does well there, very athletic.
Yes, Tristan Stubbs, he's covered a lot of ground and thrown it back in. Round of applause. So there should be quality fielding. Yeah, sometimes when you watch Harry Brook, you realise how talented he is to hit the ball straight down the ground and just play orthodox shots. You do wonder why he's trying to fiddle. I get the point. You try and fiddle around and mess the bowler around to try and upset his line, his length. I just think more and more often, if he stands still, he'll be even more effective.
Yeah, he's good enough to hit over the offside for 6. We've seen him do it. Got real flexible wrist. Good bowling, good slow ball into the pitch. Jansen's done. This 4 overs expensive, like most of the South African attack. 284 for 2, 1 over to go.
Yes. Put an idea on the table here. Do they get 300 or not? 16 off the last. Can they or can't they? Don't sit on the fence now.
Well, I'm going yes. 16 off the last. With these 2 on strike.
Would you bet your house on it?
No. I'll tell you after the first 2.
Number 25, Kahiso Rabada.
Rabadis, 3 overs, he's gone at 16 and a half, so 300 on the cards if he's consistent tonight.
Thrashed, and that was the point I was trying to make. Harry Brook is good enough, even with fielders out on the offside, to open up the offside.
I think the bowlers would probably have him prefer trying to fiddle it down to fine leg. Rabada starts, he thinks, okay, I'm going to go wide. If he's going to try and paddle me across, he's going to have to take it from wide, but he opens the face, the placement's good, he starts the last over with the boundary.
4th highest men's international T20 score now this. All the crowd are interested in, England fans. Can they get 12 more?
Get the feeling it's like the darts, Ness, they're waiting for the 300.
That's half stopped. He did well there, but he's going to have to give chase.
It's a pretty impressive recovery. He is a youngster, he's got energy, he's very athletic as Quentin Mapaka. And he's shown us, first of all, dived in to try and stop it from going past him. Once it had, is the leg cutter, thickish edge. And then he's done well this time. No issues with the boundary cushion. He's probably grateful that it was a cushion.
Yeah, it's a good sign. When you've gone round the park, that's what you do as a captain. And that's not a good sign. My word. He struggled with his front foot, Kahiso Rabada. Ian Ward mentioned it with Stuart Broad earlier. No ball, free hit. Gets away with it.
He's going to the leg cutter, the off-pace leg cutter, trying to get the ball to die on the surface. That's what Phil Salt's suggesting. But that one just stayed down. Doesn't want to give him any pace to work with square of the wicket. That's where the protection is. But the slower it gets, the more difficult it is to beat those boundary riders.
Picked up, shoveled away,
decided to change it up, went for the quicker one, pace on from Rabada, thinking, okay, now I'm going to try and hit the stumps. Fulsard has moved across. He's hardly got any elevation on it, and it's carried the distance comfortably. What an innings this has been. 139 or 58, 15 fours, 8 sixes. What more damage can he do in 3 deliveries?
Cheers of the evening. 300 for 2. An evening of incredible ball striking by this England batting lineup. Outstanding. Phil Salt 140. And to rub salt into the wounds again. It is a free hit, no ball.
Yeah, we thought the chance of Phil Salt being able to get to 150 was done and dusted. He now might have 2 deliveries.
So into the bat, remember, he can't be out apart from run out. That's why the fielder lets the ball drop.
What a wonderful performance has it been, Nas. Who would have thought? Being asked to bat first. Yes, the surface looked good in the first few overs. We thought they might get a reasonable score, but over 300 in just the 20 overs is mighty good striking.
Short and hit out to the man in the deep. They should just try and run back for 2. They do. And Harry Brook will get home comfortably. What an innings that has been from England. What an innings that has been from Phil Salt. 304 for 2. Phil Salt on his home ground runs off. Not out to 141 in just 60 deliveries. Incredible hitting.
Yeah, listen to the applause, and so it should be. This has been a mighty fine innings. One that the people at this ground will remember for many, many years to come. Brilliant striking. He takes his bat to the full 20, and he gets the highest individual score by a comfortable distance.
Good. Big smile across his face, as most of his teammates had. An incredible scorecard. Butler 83 from 30, Bethel 26 from 14, the skipper Brook 41 from 21. But look at that, in 60 deliveries, Phil Salt made an incredible 141.
Yeah, bowling-wise, South Africa, nothing to talk about. Maybe Bjorn Fortuin has got 2 wickets for 52. Mabaka was probably the pick, but have a look at those economy rates. You don't often see that. South Africa have gone the distance.
Well, South Africa won the toss, and their skipper, Aidan Markham, wasn't sure what to do. He said, we will have a bowl. And Harry Brook said, well, you know what, we were going to bat anyway. And that they did. OK, let's get some reaction from the England team. Jos Buttler is with Owen Morgan.
Smiling Jos Buttler. Jos 83 from 30, left a few out there. What was it like?
Yeah, it looks like it. 300, I never thought I'd see that. It was unbelievable. Salty from the very first ball. So yeah, it was great, and obviously we're delighted to get that many.
Conditions you know inside out, being a local player here. What's different about tonight? Are they just as normal?
Really fresh wicket, hard wicket, sliding on nicely. There was not much in it for the bowlers, and I think Salty's one of the best players of the first ball and first over. He just put so much pressure on them straight away, and yeah, we managed to carry that throughout the power play.
Messaging to the bowling unit, what's it going to be? Hard and flat, Yorkers, bounces? What's the options?
see how we go. I think be interested to see how slow Adil Rashid bowls with 300 on the board. But yeah, look, we'll come out there, and obviously it's a lot of runs, but we respect the game, and we'll try and bowl well and execute well.
Well played. Good luck in the defence.
Thank you.
So simply been extraordinary first half here at Emirates Old Trafford. Join us the other side of the break. See England defend 3-0-4.